Hi guys, my name is Becca and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're gonna talk about To All the Boys I've Loved Before. And if you haven't watched it already, this movie is on Netflix and you can stream it right now. And it's a wonderful movie. I've probably watched it about 10 times now. It's wonderful. But it kind of inspired me to talk about all the boys I've loved before. So there's been 3 great loves in my life. The first one was my high school sweetheart, Marc. So the thing with Marc was it's that fresh, new, young love. And he was the boy that I couldn't have, but I really wanted. And for 4 years it was just the timing was never right. And so finally after high school, we got together and it lasted for about 9 months. But he had a habit of cheating, and that was really hard because we were best friends before we got together, and that was one thing I told him was, please do not cheat on me. Like, whatever you do, just pick up the phone, give me a call. Like, don't cheat on me, just break up with me before you do anything. And unfortunately he cheated. But I wanted to write a letter just to all the boys I've loved before. And although my feelings for them are like non-existent, I think it's really important to kind of hash out your feelings for what you had before. Sometimes it's really hard to talk about just because the past is the past and should be left in the past, but we're gonna bring it up, we're gonna rip off that band-aid, and we're gonna talk about it. Your first love. I feel like you will always remember your first love. He was my first kiss, my first everything. I didn't know how to be a girlfriend. I didn't know how to be in a relationship. And honestly, at 17, 18, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what to expect. But I guess what it taught me was that I needed to learn to grow into myself and learn to love myself before I can really love another. Your first love is usually like that young love where nothing else mattered except for that person. Your priorities are them. You want to hang out with them all the time. You are doing everything in your power to cater to them. And I think I learned a lot from that relationship. Anytime with your first love, I think that it's easier to take them back because you don't know what else is out there. And that's what happened with Marc. We got back together only for him to leave me again. And let me tell you, you think that you're okay after the first time and that you're stronger, you're never going to do it again, but it happens. You fall right into that, and honestly, sometimes it's not worth it. It's not worth rehashing that heartbreak because you think you've given enough time for things to heal. And it's been a few years, they've changed, I've changed, we've both grown up, but if it didn't work out the first time, it's probably not going to work out again. But here it is. Dear Marc, you were the very first boy that I've ever really loved. And you really broke me. it took me a really, really long time to kind of get over. It was hard for me to trust guys. I kind of went through this whirlwind of, they weren't relationships, so I went through this whirlwind of dating and kind of throwing myself into this world where it wasn't me. I didn't know who I was. I was very lost and confused and promiscuous, and it just really hurt. And I think what hurt the most was that you're my best friend. Like, I thought us waiting to be together, 4 years later, that it would be fine. And I thought that, okay, enough time has gone by, maybe you're no longer a player, you're no longer trying to win all these hearts. And I thought I was different, and that's how it always is. You always think that you're the exception, and I wasn't. I remember when you broke up with me, and that really hurt because you did it over the phone, and I was trying to call you all night, and I knew something was wrong. And you could have just told me. I feel like I would have gone crazy and would have I just wish things ended differently. And the fact that I gave you a second chance, and now I feel like you've ruined Twilight for me forever. I mean, it wasn't a great movie to begin with, but I will always remember that moment when I gave you a second chance, and that was supposed to be a whole new chance for us. But then you went back to her, and you left me brokenhearted again. But you know what? Because of you, I learned what I needed in a relationship. I learned what I wanted and who I wanted to be. So I just wanted to say thank you for teaching me life lessons that no book or movie could ever teach me. And although it was really hard to get through, super hard, seriously, it took me years to get over you, I can look back on it and just realize how much you've changed me. So Marc, with a C, thank you for being in my life and teaching me life lessons that I couldn't have learned anywhere else. YouTube, thank you for watching. I am going to do 2 more series of all the boys I've loved before. So tuned in a few days, and you'll see me talk about the second boy that I ever loved. Thanks for watching.